Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Breaking news tonight, Browns rookie wide receiver Eddie Velasco is out of jail after winning his court hearing this morning. A Cuyahoga County judge ordered his release but handed down a $500,000 fine and a suspension for the remainder of the 2026 NFL season.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Cleveland Browns franchise here on Madden 26. And yes, I'm sure you've heard the news. Eddie Velasco, his legal trouble is over for now. He does have to pay out the $50,000 fine. He's got some other things to do. We're not going to dive too much into the minutia of the situation. Just know his suspension still stands. He will not play the rest of this year and possible postseason that we may or may not have. Next year, that's a whole other story. We'll see. We'll figure it out when we get there. But as of now, Eddie Velasco will not be sitting in a jail cell anytime soon. But he will also not be suiting up and playing for the Cleveland Browns for the rest of 2026. So that's all that we will comment on at this time. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. If we can answer them, I'll do the best to my ability. But as far as on the field goes, last episode was not necessarily my finest moment. Let's just say I had a little bit of a meltdown. Can we stop holding for the love of Jesus Christ? And so we move on. I've cooled off. I'm good. It's totally fine. Nothing in this episode or the rest of this 2026 NFL season is going to get me that level of rage. We, at the end of last episode, lowered the holding and block in the back, or illegal block in the back, penalty sliders drastically down so that hopefully we don't have another scenario where the holding calls are out of control like they were in the last episode. But actually on the field, this team is kind of weird. We are 9-4, and I don't know what the direction is. We've got a rookie quarterback who actually is fairly good, but does show signs of struggling, and we are in a very competitive AFC. Not just the AFC North, because that's out the window. We're not going to win the North. The Ravens are undefeated still. They're 13-0. Even if they don't go undefeated perfect year, they are still going to clearly win the division and clearly be the number one seed. So at best, we can be the 5 seed, which really does suck. The fact that you can have such a great record, but because you didn't win your division, the best you can do is a 5 seed. That's tough. That's really, really tough. But that's the way the schedule works. That's the way the playoffs are formatted. And that's what we're going to have to do. So if we do make the playoffs, it's going to be a road wild card game, which does really put a damper on what a season we've had, because last year, yeah, we made the playoffs, but we shouldn't have been there. We made the wild card against the Chiefs. We didn't deserve to be there. This year, we actually do deserve a playoff spot and probably deserve at least 1 or 2 wins in the playoffs. We could go on a run, but this rookie quarterback, Julian Enriquez, is just such an inconsistent type of guy. He'll have a couple games where he looks like a world beater, and then he'll have a couple of games where he looks like he shouldn't even be on the same field as these guys. It's a very strange dynamic that we have right now with Julian Enriquez, but he's second in the Rookie of the Year campaign, and we've still got 4 games left to go in this season where maybe he can find something that we can build on. We can really sink our teeth into for the offseason and build on for the season 3 in 2027. I like what this team's got. We've got a decent amount of money ready for the offseason. We don't have a lot of draft picks. We are kind of relying on the Chargers at this point, which the Chargers, to be fair, aren't having like the greatest year, but they're still probably like teetering on a playoff team. We have their first round pick, so we kind of hope that they have a drastic collapse or some sort of bad ending to the season. Our draft capital as a whole is not really that deep because we've kind of spent it all on players to help us now. I don't know. We're in a weird spot with this Cleveland Browns roster and with this Cleveland Browns team, and we've got 4 games left to go to see where we can finally put this team for 2026. So if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, join the Juice Club. Let's go play 2 more games and see just exactly where this team fits for the final push for the playoffs next episode. And also, don't forget, we've got Quinshon Judkins battling with Saquon Barkley for the rushing title. So, a lot of stuff going on. In today's episode, we will take on the Houston Texans, who are 5-8. They're not having that great of a year, but they can always be tricky, especially in Madden. And then we have a divisional game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If we go over here to the standings, Steelers are 7-6, along with the Bengals. We're 9-4. But look at how competitive this AFC is. You got the Bills and the Dolphins both at 8-5. You got the Chargers, who are 7-6. If the Broncos go on a run, they could certainly be a playoff team. This Texans team is, if they beat us and go on a run, they could be a playoff team. And obviously, you got the Bengals and Steelers. So it's a pretty competitive AFC. And I'm a little bit worried that we might not find ourselves in the postseason when it's all said and done. It's going to be very interesting. As of right now, we are in, but we'd have to go on the road to Jacksonville, which actually could work out in our favor because if you see, Jacksonville's only 6-7. So their playoff push might not be a strong case because they're going to win the division sub 500. Although the Texans could win the division as well, also sub 500. This whole AFC South is just not very good this year. And the fact that one of these teams has to win it and has to host a playoff game just shows you sometimes, not every year, but just every once in a while you get a year where maybe the playoffs shouldn't be the top 4 seeds host, or the top 4 seeds are guaranteed playoff winners. Maybe there's a world where you can be a little flexible and give it to a team that didn't win the division, but is as a clearly better record and better team than a team that did win the division. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that because we are in that spot right now. Who knows? But Quinshon, like I mentioned, is battling for the rushing title with Saquon Barkley. He did pass him because Barkley had a bye week, one of the last episodes. So he got ahead of him again, Barkley did, but not by much. There's a world where Judkins, if he has a couple good games today, could really establish himself as the number 1 guy. This, as you know by now, is our roster. We've got Julian Enriquez, who's playing up with morale. The offensive line is a little bit in limbo because Christian Dickinson got hurt, and he is done for, I think, the season, right? Let me see the injury report. He's out for, it doesn't tell me exactly, does it? Darn it. Okay, I got to go actually to the injury report. Where's that at? Is it in this one? Here it is. Okay. He's out for 48 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks with a broken collarbone. So he's done for most likely the regular season, but also probably the entire postseason if it's on the longer end of that 8 weeks. So that really does suck because we were starting to get some really good development from Christian Dickinson in not only just the every week training camp stuff, but also in game. He was actually playing fairly well. Yeah, he was getting called for a few holds, but he was playing pretty well as our starting guard. So, which is where we profiled him in the draft. We thought he fit better sliding over to guard, and we eventually did that when we traded for Taylor Lewan. Or not, why do I keep doing that? Taylor Decker, not Taylor Lewan. Taylor Lewan's retired. Taylor Decker from the Lions. We moved him. We put Taylor Decker left tackle. We moved DeJuan Jones to right tackle, and then slid Christian Dickinson inside. And he was playing well there, and then picks up that broken collarbone injury. So it does suck for him because he was having a fairly good rookie year. But as far as the rest of the team goes, I do think we're in a good spot. We've paid Grant Delpit. We have $31 million. We're in a decent spot with cap room. Now, we are going to have to make a decision on DeJuan Jones because obviously he's up for a new contract. I don't know what we do with DeJuan Jones. He's in a weird spot. The rest of these guys are kind of just role players that I can just fill anytime. They're not going to sign deals with other teams, so they'll be in free agency next year if I need other guys. So I don't have to waste my money on them right now, except for maybe Rico Dowdle, just because I like Rico Dowdle. I think it could be fun to have him. And Quentin Johnston's another weird one. I keep saying he's on that Traylon Burks trajectory. where if he plays well enough in the games, he's going to get a contract. But honestly, we don't really throw to him that much for him to even make a run Traylon Burke style. So we kind of have a lot of guys ahead of him. If we go to the depth chart, the actual depth chart, we kind of have a lot of guys ahead of him. He's kind of been slightly buried. We have Traylon Burks. We have Eddie Velasco, although he's got his off-the-field issues. We've got Miguel Perez, who is now in the slot. So, and Miguel Perez has had a very good, well, I passed it by a mile. Oh, they changed my depth chart. What the heck? Devontae Smith's now in the slot. Why did they do that? That's weird. I don't know. I had Miguel Perez as the slot receiver. I don't know why they changed it. That was super strange. But then I had Traylon Burks and then Quentin Johnson. Did they change everything? What else did I have differently? Chase Young on the edge. I like that. Myles Garrett on the other. I don't know. I could have sworn I had... Maybe I didn't have him in the slot? I know Miguel Perez is getting on the field more. I don't know, but I like Miguel Perez. He's taking advantage of this off-the-field stuff going on with Eddie Velasco. So, I do like Perez. And he had a good episode last episode. But Quentin Johnson, I just don't throw him the ball very much. And that's not his fault. It's just I don't look his way that much. I have Jerry Jeudy. I have Devontae Smith. I have Velasco before his off-the-field stuff. I have Miguel Perez. We got a lot of options. And I have, obviously, Harold Fannin and Conrad Scholes at tight end. So there's a lot of options. And Quentin Johnson just kind of falls to the wayside, which is no disrespect to him. He's a fine player. But I don't know. Maybe we move on from him. Maybe we don't need him. He really was only brought in the first place because it was a meme. It was funny to have him on the team. But who knows? Maybe we'll re-sign him. Maybe give him another shot. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll save that money. I don't know. I think I am going to pay DeJuan Jones. I don't know when I'll pay him, but I think I am going to pay him. I hopefully don't pay him too much because I don't think he's going to be worth it. And if he does end up becoming worth it, then we can obviously have him on a super cheap contract. But we'll figure it all out. It'll all happen. We've got the Texans up first. I'm going to go do the weekly strategy like I always do. And then I am going to jump into the game. Obviously, if we have any big things happen, like a dev trait pop or something, I will bring you guys back in and let you know. If not, then I'll see you in the game against the Texans, where hopefully we can get in the win column and get our 10th win.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Browns. This side taking full advantage of their bye week to rest and recover. His counterpart on the opposing sideline, Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home.
We take on the Houston Texans in NRG Stadium. Energy Stadium. Oh, that makes sense. And we will hopefully get a W here to get to our 10th win of the year. I do not like the way the shadows are looking on the field here. It doesn't seem super user-friendly. Let's take a look at these shadows. Ugh. A good portion, about a third of the field, maybe a little bit more than a third, is covered in shadow. I feel like that is going to be a little tricky, and it's unfortunately like our end zone is covered in, the one that we have to score on is covered by the shadow. So this could get a little dicey here every time we have to go down this side. But with obviously the dynamic lighting and everything, things will change as the game goes on. But we just got to focus. Enriquez needs to continue his development, play pretty well. If he can do that, we'll be totally fine. We'll be good to go, baby. We'll be riding high in the playoffs, ready to win a Super Bowl for Cleveland. We can scream, Cleveland, this is for you. It'll be all good times. Julian Enriquez can be the new king of the land. 3 for 21 already for Judkins. I wonder how Barkley's going to do, because obviously we don't want to lose track of our main goal, which is to make the playoffs and actually have a good run, possibly win a Super Bowl. But also we have some sub goals. We want to potentially win Rookie of the Year with Julian Enriquez. because that would pretty much solidify him as a top quarterback in this league with X Factor and everything. We also want to... Ooh, that was a little bit more risky of a throw than I thought it was going to be. We also want to potentially win the rushing title with Quinshon Judkins. That'd be really awesome. That might even get him up to superstar dev with the season he's had. So there's some sub goals that we potentially want to have as well. Injury timeout, that's going to be a Texans player. It's Al-Shire. I forget how to say his name. I know it's not, I don't think it's Al-Shire, because that's how it looks. That's how you would think it would be pronounced, but I don't think that's how it's pronounced. I think it's Al-Shire. Aziz Al-Shire. I think that's how it is. I don't remember for sure. Oh, that was a great got off the block type of moment right there. Injury to the replacement for our already injured guard. Oh, Ingram. I don't even know who our guard is now. Who's playing guard now for us? Because we don't have Dickinson. He's hurt, and now the backup is hurt. It's Zach Zinter. Okay, at least it's an actual guard. I was hoping they wouldn't put like a tackle or something in there, but I forgot we even had Zach Zinter on the roster. I guess that's a good thing to keep Zach Zinter here for these reasons alone. Ooh, low throw. Can't get it to Miguel Perez. I'll keep Zinter in just in case Ingram's injury is a little bit worse than we thought. Oh, 3rd and 11. How do I get a first down here? I don't do... Oh, a circle was open for a first down, wasn't it? And Scholes dropped it even. Circle was open for a first down. I just didn't wait. I wasn't patient enough. But we'll take the 3, hopefully, with Escobar. And Enrique Escobar drills it. Will you have a 3-point lead? Yeah, we could have had more. I didn't see circle was open until I already had decided to throw it. So that one's on me. Because that would have definitely been a first down. But we have 3 points, and we'll see what our defense can come up with here against C.J. Stroud and this Texans offense. You never know how good they're going to be. Sometimes they play pretty well, sometimes they don't. It all depends on what the game script has for us. One thing I do want to see is Myles Garrett being more impactful. I feel like this entire 2026 season has just been kind of a letdown for Myles Garrett. As production-wise, he's gotten to the quarterback a few times. He's made some quarterback disruptions, some pressures, but he hasn't been that dominant best edge rusher in the league type of player that he can be and is most of the time. So maybe today is that day. I hope that it is, because that would be really helpful in our pursuit of a win here. Another name that I've been saying a lot recently, ever since we got him, is Will Johnson. I've said his name a bunch in these past couple episodes because he's just around the football. Every person that he covers usually gets some big catches. And so I've said he made a lot of big tackles. I've said his name a lot since we acquired him in earlier this season in trade. And I'm hoping he can turn into a really, really stud player for us. Greg Newsome, big tackle. Good job. I'm a little bit worried that Joe Mixon's going to have a big game against us. Joe Mixon's a good player. I'm a little bit worried he's going to have a big game. Tank Dell out there. That's good to see. Oh, that's got to be caught. No, it's not. That was Dalton Schultz, I think, who they went with. And could not get the catch. Good tackle from Grant Delpit, who made headlines with that contract negotiation with the signing. Or the re-signing. CJ finds a way out of the sack and gets the ball thrown away. But we do hold to a punt. That's good first drive. It's a pretty solid first drive. I'll take it. I will take it. Especially when we came away with 3 points. I would have loved to come away with 7 points. That's not how the game played out. We'll come back out on offense, continue to run the football with Judkins, because that is our main offense. That is our main way to move the football. And Judkins will get some decent blocks and get up to the 32. Decent start. Let's try a stretch play. Do they have the ability to get out here and stop the stretch? I mean, we're running right into... Who is that? Is that Will Anderson? That's not Will Anderson. Who is that? I can't even tell who that is. I think Will Anderson's over on the other side. Whoever it is. Oh, is it Daniil Hunter? Is that who it is? Either one is not really great to run into. So I think we'll just avoid both of them. And we'll hit Miguel Perez, who's going to get incomplete because he dropped it, unfortunately. So we'll call the exact same play and see if this time it gets open. You know what? Let's hit him earlier, and then he won't have that drop problem, and he had the drop problem because he got hit and still dropped it. All right, Miguel. I was praising you earlier before we started the game. Now you're kind of annoying me. I'm going to call the exact same play for the third time in a row. One of these times is going to work. And I pressed the wrong button. It's a Derek Stingley pick six. That's not anywhere near Julian Enriquez's fault. That's just me pressing the wrong button on accident. That's all that is. And it's another unfortunate interception for Enriquez. You know how I wanted this season to be like under 10 interceptions for Enriquez? Because that would be good for me as a user. We're at 9, so we're getting really close. And, okay, this isn't good. They definitely changed my depth chart. You didn't see that. That never happened. I didn't realize that they changed my depth chart that much. When did they ever change my depth? I don't understand why they changed my depth chart. Well, this never happened. Let's just say that much. You didn't see what you just think you might have seen. That was not something you saw, and we're just going to move past it like it never happened because it didn't happen. That wasn't something that happened, so you can completely forget about that. I don't think it will happen again. It shouldn't happen again. But you didn't see anything, so there you go. All right. Let's see how we can get a touchdown here. How can I screw this up this time? There's Harold Fannin. I actually wanted to throw it to Harold Fannin that time. I wanted to press circle, but for some reason my thumb didn't move over to the circle button. It moved right to the X button and threw a pick. Sometimes when you suck, that stuff happens, and I suck. So it shouldn't really be a shock that I pressed the wrong button one time, or all the time. All right, I kind of like this matchup here with press coverage, but I don't really like the audibles out of it, so didn't really get anything out of that either, did we? Just kind of in an offensive funk. In a little bit of an offensive funk right now. Maybe a jet sweep to Devontae Smith can get me out of the funk. Although Derek Stingley is right there with his X Factor activated. Let's cut it inside. That's the better idea. Devontae Smith first down. Okay. Pivoting to up the middle there was definitely the right idea because we would have gotten blown up for no gain, really, if we would have tried to bounce that outside. Hand out to Judkins. The blocking is superb. That is one thing about this offensive line. It may be somewhat band-aided together, if that's a word. It might be a patchwork offensive line, some may think. But I do think that they block really, really well. And fun fact, Asante Samuel, who was a Cleveland Brown last year for us, we kind of just let go because we didn't really have a plan for in the offseason. He signed with the Texans. He's on the Houston Texans now. So he just made that tackle. Previous play. So that's pretty good for him. He gets some run as Enriquez overthrows Dylan Sampson out of the backfield. I got to go for this, man. I know we could take another field goal, take three more points, but I mean, we're not going to win any games by we're not going to beat any teams with field goals. So got to be aggressive, got to trust Enriquez, even though sometimes the trust is misplaced, it feels like. We just got to do this. We got to believe. We got to believe in Joe Hendry. We got to believe in the Shield and believe in Quinshawn Judkins because he's got a touchdown. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Quinshawn Judkins for the rushing title. Let's start the campaign now. And Enriquez loves it. I mean, that was all Quinshawn. Well, it was a little bit of blocking, but it was mostly Quinshawn. Quinshawn Judkins, man, he's a beast. He has developed into an amazing running back. Look at him bobbing and weaving, following the blocks, and then just carrying a man on his back for the last 3 yards. You love to see it. And the Browns take the lead 9-3, hopefully 10-3 after this extra point goes through. But that's the heart and soul of our offense. It's the run game and the run blocking. If that isn't working and we have to rely on me throwing the football, rely on Enriquez throwing the football, we could be in a little bit of trouble. When it gets down to the super important games. Although the Carolina Panthers, I just noticed down the bottom ticker there, are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers and are up 7-0 right now. And Desmond Ridder is the Pittsburgh quarterback. How did he get to Pittsburgh? And why is he starting? I thought they had Will Howard there, but I guess not. Maybe they benched Will Howard for Desmond Ridder. That's insane. But clearly Desmond Ridder is starting there in Pittsburgh, and it's not going well for them. I don't know how long he's been the starter. He definitely wasn't the starter when we played them earlier in the year. Unless we haven't. Have we played Pittsburgh this year? Maybe I'm completely forgetting that we haven't played Pittsburgh this year. Maybe because I don't know what the final two or what the final game is, because the schedule on the top of the main menu didn't go over that far. So I guess Pittsburgh could be the final game on the schedule. But I feel like we played them already. I remember last season they always made the points in the like those little talking things you have with the offense coordinators and stuff, that the quarterback for the Steelers wasn't that good because it was Aaron Rodgers. But that was last season. I think Aaron Rodgers retired. So I thought it was Will Howard. I thought we played him earlier this year, but I guess I could be wrong. Maybe we haven't played the Steelers yet. That'd be kind of insane if we had to play them twice in the last 4 weeks. But I shouldn't think about that right now. I got to think about this Texans team and stopping them because they are moving the football on my defense, which is not really a surprise. A lot of teams move the football on my defense. And the 4-9 Giants are up on the 6-7 Commanders, which is kind of crazy. Get to the quarterback. CJ's going to scramble. He's got a lot of room. JOK tried to lay the boom on him, but obviously the quarterback slides. Take quarterback sliding for CPU out of the game, man. Let me just rough him up a little bit. Oh, Nico Collins did it. You see that little, like, inside cut he did with his shoulder where they like, moved it in, he ducked under? That threw me off completely. I wasn't prepared for it, okay? Was not prepared for it. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's a screen pass to Joe Mixon. Delpit's right there. We wrap him up. Texans have one timeout in 20 seconds. They will get guaranteed points with a field goal, unless we can run them out of time here. A sack would be huge. Will Johnson gets stiff-armed out of his shoes, but Joe Mixon goes out of bounds. 3rd and goal. Okay, 3rd and goal is a weird spot, because they have their timeout. They're basically guaranteed to get points unless it's a pick. Obviously, it's not a pick. It's at the 1. Are they going to call their timeout? Oh, I was going to let this run. I'm not going to let them call a timeout. We saved the touchdown, thankfully, but it is going to be a field goal attempt. It's a tough angle. I mean, he's probably going to make this because it's Madden CPU. Obviously, going to make it, but it's kind of a tough angle. Right-footed kicker, this close, but he does drill it. And that'll be a 10-10 game as we go to the half. Although there's 2 seconds left, miracles do happen sometimes. Magical plays could happen. It's going to go out of the back of the end zone. So we started the 35. That's actually super useful. Starting at the 35 is kind of crazy good. If I can just get a somewhat vertical route, a la South Carolina Dynasty with Malachi Coleman, if you know, you know. I think I just got to chuck this up to either Devontae or Jerry Jeudy and see what happens. Jerry's one-on-one. I got the ball away. Jerry Jeudy, one-on-one. He goes and not gets it. I thought he brought it down, honestly. But he tipped it in the air. I thought he had it. I really did. So we tie 10-10 at half. Our defense has been a little suspect. We'll see how we go here in the second half. Show me some good stuff here. Show me some stuff that matters to us. Chiefs and Seahawks. Doesn't really matter to us because the Chiefs are guaranteed a spot, although it's a monsoon in Seattle. I can't even see. Okay, I saw that. Travis Kelce, in his advanced age, still willing to put his body on the line for the good of the game. 13-1 Chiefs are now after the win with Seattle. Oh, I forgot about Isaac Torrance, the other rookie quarterback from Maryland. Niners and Lions. Purdy's got all the time in the world to figure out who to throw to. He ends up unloading one wide open, and then a hurdle and a broken tackle touchdown. These highlights get crazier and crazier, man. And Dylan Gabriel, by the way, new Lions quarterback, didn't really have that good of a game. He threw a touchdown pass, but he wasn't really meant to be the Lions' answer at quarterback. Bengals and Patriots. Come on, Patriots. You can do this. I believe. It is a Bengal highlight. It's Chase Brown up the middle. Juke move. Broken tackle touchdown. Bengals are leading at halftime. Well, that's not good, is it?
This one's at halftime, and it's the Bengals.
Drake May is only got 1 touchdown. And here is your playoff picture. We are in the hunt. Well, we're in the playoffs, not in the hunt. I forgot that in the hunt was in its own category. We are in the playoffs right now as the top wild card seed. But obviously, I want a little bit more. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for us because the Ravens are the 1 seed and are probably going to be undefeated. If the Ravens go perfect, I'm going to freak out. That's going to be insane. Like, what kind of simulation are we dealing with here? And why does it say Devontae Smith? I keep doing that. Devontae Smith has no catches, but he has 11 yards. What's going on there? And why is Graham Mertz warming up? Graham Mertz has no business warming up. We will kick off to Houston, not Texas. And try to play a little bit better on defense, because our defense has been a little inconsistent, I do say. Maybe dialing up a little bit of heat. Maybe the pressure is where we need to get at CJ. Maybe that's what our defense has been lacking. JOK got fooled by the play action. Yes, I say JOK, not me, because I don't want to take blame for that. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, he got bit by the play action and got blocked. Come on, defense. Please. CJ fires. Tank Dell gets 3. Schlesinger and Delpit bring him down. I need to see my interior do something. I mean, Mike Hall Jr. got Superstar Dev in training last year and has not done anything since getting Superstar Dev. He's been okay. He's been a fine interior player. He's had a couple big sacks, I think, but for the most part, he's done nothing. And speaking of doing nothing, Mason Graham's really done nothing all year either. I'd really like to see Mason Graham become a star defensive tackle for us. That's going to be JOK with a nice tackle, stopping Joe Mixon from getting that first down, and they're going to go for it on 4th. I understand, I respect it, but I wish that they weren't doing it. I wish they were just punting me the football back. Schlesinger, broken tackle, Joe Mixon. First down. And that makes me think, even if I would have brought a blitz, Joe Mixon would have gotten the first down regardless, because he was just going to break all those tackles, wasn't he? He's got some sort of superstar ability to make him break tackles. More so than what the CP already does with breaking tackles. Jahad Campbell brings down Mixon there. Myles Garrett did get close to a sack right there. He's been close on a couple occasions today. So maybe he heard me saying that I wanted to see a little bit more from him. Only 1 yard on that handoff. And now we are in a 3rd and 7 situation. Would they go with another 4th down, or would they just take the points? I guess we'll find out. CJ fires. Forget about taking the points. They're going to get a touchdown. Late flag. Thank the Lord. It's an illegal block in the back. Our first penalty of the day, and it's not against me. Awesome. Although it is a first down. But still, it's not as close as they were. Who is this? Who is this hefty boy? Number 88 looks like an offensive lineman. Who are you? Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Go grab a phone and hold it. Who in the wide world of sports is that man? Mike Jeffrey, 6'5", 243? Yeah, number 88. 6'5", 243, but he's built like a semi. Or he's built like a refrigerator. Dear Lord, I didn't realize he was that hefty. He looks like an offensive lineman out there. I thought they did throw to an offensive lineman, and Joe Mixon's gonna... That didn't cross the line, but whatever. Joe Mixon scores the touchdown. I kind of knew once they converted that 4th down that they went on. They went for it on 4th down. I kind of knew it was going to be a touchdown. And we are down by 7 here on the road. All right. It's totally fine, because we have Quinshawn Judkins, something they don't have, although they have Joe Mixon. It's a battle of 2 really good running backs. Let's see what Freeman's got, and he's going to bring us to the 29. Not too bad. That's a pretty decent return. Pretty decent return. Let's get the ball in the hands of that man right there, Quinshawn Judkins. And if we can get the same kind of blocking, we'll be good to go. And we are going to get the same kind of blocking. Quinshawn already to midfield, close to it. Let's run some hurry up. Get the Texans off balance, get them out of sorts. There's a handoff. There's some good blocking. Quinshon Judkins, he's got room, and Quinshon Judkins has got a foot race to the end zone. Derek Stingley can't catch him. Touchdown, Browns. Quinshon Judkins is that man. He's a bad man. Quinshon Judkins to the house. I mean, it just takes one to open up, and he will take it for 6. And just like that, we are back tied. I told you, get the ball in the hands of our best offensive weapon other than Devontae Smith. Get the ball in the hands of our best offensive weapon and make him make a play. And he did. He made a play. And he's got just enough speed to outrun Derek Stingley for a touchdown. I forgot we still have Shiloh Sanders on this team. 36-yard line's where the Texans will start, but they look really unstoppable on their offense. We'll see what happens. I just need CJ to make a mistake. If CJ makes one mistake, we can capitalize and win this football game. That's a super late hit, Denzel. Sometimes I'm really glad that they don't call like unnecessary roughness in Madden. But then other times I'm like, what are we doing here? That's clearly he was just unnecessarily hitting it. Like, what are we talking about here? It'll be like you'll score a touchdown and then like 3 seconds later they'll tackle you. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Or you'll run to the sideline, they'll push you off the side and it'll be a tackle out of bounds. That is just Greg Newsome getting beat down the field like he always does. I think this offseason we're going to have to make a decision on Greg Newsome. I don't know if he's the full-time number 2 corner on this roster. He just gets too beat too consistently. He also is the one who got mossed by Zay Flowers in our most recent Ravens game. So if you're getting mossed by Zay Flowers, you don't really have much of a future. So at least not on our team. So I don't know. We're going to have to make a decision. I'm not fully out on Newsome just yet. But he's not obviously fully guaranteed. He's kind of in the twilight zone right now. He's in the no man's land. I'm not fully out on him. I'm not fully in on him. We'll have to see how he plays. And if he plays well right here, okay, I'll take it. Incomplete. I was kind of hoping for an interception, but at least he didn't catch a touchdown. That one might have set me over the line with Greg Newsome if he would have allowed Nico to catch that for a touchdown. That one might have let me over the edge there. Texans take the lead back only by 3 this time. And we just give it back to Quinshon, man. And see what he does. Quinshon can make magic with his legs. His lower body is very, very talented. Very magical lower body. We'll see what he can do. He's also having such a great game. I'm hoping that Barkley doesn't have a good game and we can secure a decent lead for the rushing title. But look at Quinshon again right here. I mean, that's what, 15 yards on a single handoff? He's got 153 and 2 touchdowns today. That's a really good game for Quinshon Judkins. He's having quite the game to try to pass Barkley. There's still 3 games to go, so it's going to be a race to the finish. But Quinshon Judkins reaching for a couple extra yards, and that wasn't even supposed to be a reach. That was supposed to be a hit stick. I think you're supposed to flick the analog stick, right? Instead of holding it down like you used to do. I flicked it there, but he still reached for it. I don't know what the deal is there. They finally shut down the run, only a gain of 2. That's when we mix in a little bit of pass. That's when we mix in a little bit of pass and see what happens. Although I waited too long. I should have hit Fannin. Fannin was open immediately. I didn't hit him because I was waiting on Jerry Jeudy, but then Jerry Jeudy got covered and it was all kind of screwed up. It was all kinds of screwed up. Although Fannin's open that time, and he's going to catch it. Decent enough ball. Wasn't a great ball. Decent enough. Fannin first down. That's enough of that passing. Let's do this the way that it was meant to be done. Run the football. The way the game was meant to be played. With Quinshon Judkins, 5 yards in a cloud of dust. This is how real men play football. None of that fancy new age passing. We're going to run it down your throat and hope you choke on it. Let's see what we got. First down possibility right here. Yes, we do. Quinshawn slips a tackle, gets the first down at the 16. And this also has done a really good job of taking the time down. Judkins has surpassed 1,500 yards this year. He had 1,300 when we came into the day. Well, he had 1,339 or something like that. Something around those lines. Or maybe, no, that might have been what Saquon had. He might have had, maybe he had 1,311. Something, low 1,300s is what he had. That's got to be Conrad Scholes. He's open. Conrad stretches for it at the 3. First down, Browns. It's time. It's game time. Hand this ball to Judkins for number 3. Quinshawn trying to find his way in. There was really no way to go there. Jimenez for the stop. I didn't see any space whatsoever. We are now about to be under a minute in the game. Enriquez with a handoff to Judkins. He breaks a tackle. Judkins into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. Number 3 for Quinn. We're going crazy with the run game, baby. If that's the way we got to win the Super Bowl this year, or win any Super Bowl at any time, I'll take it. If we can have a dominant run game, I will take it. But Q puts it in. We are now up by 4, and we force the Texans to have to score a touchdown to beat us in a minute. Which I'm not putting it past the Madden, all Madden CPU with adjusted sliders. I'm not putting it past them to actually do that. I'm just hoping and praying, baby, that we can hold on for a minute. It's just a minute. Not even a minute anymore. It's 57 seconds. We can do this. We can do this, boys. We can hold. We are a good team. Come on. Let's go. 57 seconds. They got 3 timeouts. They got plenty of time. But I don't want them... Yes, Carson Schlesinger. Good tackle. I don't want them to get any sort of big chunk plays because that's going to really kill them. Or kill us. Are they going to spike this? Are they going to waste it down? What are they going to do here? They got all the timeouts. They're not going to spike it. They're going to go quick. First down, Nico. Tackle him, please. And now they call their first timeout. 40 seconds. Oh, that was a little bit too many yards. Little bit too many yards on a single play. 40 seconds, 2 timeouts. A sack would feed families. It's not going to be, but an interception would also feed families. It's going to be an insane catch from Dalton Schultz. He was double teamed and still got it away, or still brought it in. I don't know how he did that. And CJ got away from a sack again. 34 seconds. They used their second timeout right there. Come on, boys. Come on. Please. Please. Chase Young. They're going to go for it all right there, but it's a penalty. It's incomplete regardless. Newsome did a good job in coverage. Okay. Offensive pass interference is kind of crazy. We'll go 2nd and 12. That helps us out. That pushes them back to their own side of the field. Their other side of the 50. 28 seconds and 1 timeout. It's going to be a screen pass. Get out there, Schlesinger. Schlesinger can't really get out there. Oh, Mixon. And the final timeout's been used. Okay. We kept him in bounds. The final timeout's been used. 21 seconds. They need a touchdown. A sack would end this game pretty much. Or at least put it really in a bad spot. CJ overthrows. It's 4th and 1. Well, this is huge. This is really huge. 4th and 1. Do they run it with Mixon? Do they risk it? I don't know if they do. They got to pass it, right? Yeah, it's going to be a pass. But it's going to... Oh, I thought it was going to be a CJ pass. It's just a little check down to Mixon, although he's making something happen out of it. But that might have been really bad for them. They're going to spike it, I would assume. Oh, no, they're going to go for it. Okay. I thought they'd try to spike it, give one more play. This is going to be the final play. Here it is. The final play from Houston. CJ one-on-one. Denzel Ward. It's incomplete. Browns win. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to catch that. Cleveland gets their 10th win of the year on the back of Quinshawn Judkins. Wow, did I think that they were going to score. I really thought he was going to catch that. But the combination of, I think it was Grant Delpit along with Denzel Ward in there. Whew, that was a heart-pumping finale. I thought for sure he was going to catch that football. Look at Quinshawn, man. What a stud. What an absolute stud. And we win the football game with Enriquez only throwing 89 yards and no touchdowns. Hey, you know what? I don't think he's going to win Rookie of the Year this year. I just don't feel very confident throwing the football with him. I don't know what it is. I just need to get more comfortable throwing the ball with him. and then we can start to rack up the yards. But for right now, it's the Quinshon show, and I'm okay with that. With that win against Houston, that pushes us to 10 wins on the season. We need to see where the standings are, where the divisions are at, what is going on around the rest of the league before we jump into this next game against Pittsburgh, which is going to be pretty important. They're 8-6. And they also have Jalen Warren out with an injury. Okay, very interesting. The Ravens are still undefeated, dog. This is going to get out of control, these final couple games. Will they go a perfect 17-0? Will they be the first team to do it? I guess we'll find out. Chiefs are 13-1. We're 10-4. We are right there. We are the the third best team in the NFL, but we're going to be the 5 seed at the best because we can't win a division. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. The Jags lost. They're 6-8. This division sucks because we beat the Texans, obviously. The Jags are going to win the AFC South and make the playoffs under 500. That shouldn't happen, but it's gonna. We should be the 4 seed. Or really, we should be the 3 seed unless the Dolphins win. We'll see what happens there. And Quinshon's big day keeps him with a comfortable lead over Saquon Barkley. Saquon's got 14-23, and Quinshon's got 15-06. That is a comfortable lead over Saquon for the rushing title. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I like the way that looks. I wish the division was going a little bit better. It is going to be the Dolphins, so we have played the Steelers already. Who was there? It had to have been Will Howard. I don't know. But we have the Dolphins and the Panthers, or the Panthers and the Dolphins for the final games next episode. We've got a little bit of film room prep that we can take care of here. It's probably going to be about the Steelers quarterback for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why the quarterback is always the problem for the Steelers, even with Aaron Rodgers. You know what? Let's agree with him. Sure, why not? It's Aaron Glenn. Trust Aaron Glenn. So that's probably going to bring up Mason Graham, I would assume. No, it's Cole Bishop. He wants an interception. All right, Cole. I mean, that's possible. It's not really my doing. It's really just up to whoever the quarterback ends up being. If it's Desmond Ridder or if it's Will Howard, whoever it is, if he throws it to your direction. It's not I can't guarantee you a pick. And you know what? I thought about it. I think I am going to pay DeJuan Jones right now. We're going to get him on an extended deal so that if this deal is going to be solely based on if we can develop him. If not, it's not going to kill us. It's not that crazy expensive. It's going to be $4 million and $5.5 million. That's not going to kill us. But 4 years gives us time to develop him. Maybe we can pop a star dev, and then he actually can be a usable, really, really good player for us. But I'm going to offer him this contract. He's going to accept it. That's a team-friendly deal that I really, really think is going to work out for us in the end. That leaves us with $22 million of available cap room and really only Rico Dowdle. But I don't have to pay Rico Dowdle. I can get him probably in free agency again like I did this year. So there's no way he signs with the new team in free agency. So I think I can just save the rest of that money. But we will move on to, obviously, weekly training and figure out if we can maybe pop a dev trait for that DeJuan Jones, or maybe pop a superstar dev for Matt Marshall or for Miguel Perez or for anybody here. It'd be really sick if we could. If not, I'll see you in the game against who we play. The Steelers. That's who we're playing. I'll see you in that game.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Keeler here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things.
Back-to-back road outings for your Cleveland Browns. We take a trip to Heinz Field. Yes, I know it's not called Heinz Field anymore. It'll always be called Heinz Field to me because I don't even know what Acrisure is. So Heinz Field, and it is going to be Desmond Ridder. Okay, how is he the quarterback? I have no idea why he's the quarterback, how he got here. Did he sign in free agency during the season? Did he sign in free agency in the offseason? Was it a trade? I don't know how he's here, but he's here, and we got to play him. And Caleb Johnson's going absolutely nuclear on the first play. He's going beast mode. Thankfully, it's an immediate penalty. I've been seeing a lot of illegal blocks in the backs. I lowered that as well. It's the first-round pick, Stephon Herring, who we were planning on drafting. He was going to be our guy instead of Christian Dickinson. But Herring got taken by the Steelers earlier than our pick, so we had to pivot and take somebody else. Wow, okay. I forgot about that. So we now have to go against Stephon Herring. I think he also got called for a couple of penalties in the first time we played against him, if I'm not mistaken. But crucially, he does not have a superstar under his name, so he's only a star def player. As Myles Garrett can't sack Desmond Ridder, are we talking about the same Desmond Ridder? Really? Is this is the same guy? This is Desmond Ridder, former Falcons quarterback? Really? He's going to break the sack of Myles Garrett? Okay. First off, seeing number 84 in the Pittsburgh Steelers gave me a little bit of PTSD, but it's Deontay Johnson and Denzel Ward covering up pretty well. Although I probably should switch Denzel Ward to cover DK, because that could get a little crazy if they start throwing to DK. But in the game, they don't really ever throw to DK, although in real life, they don't throw to DK very much either. And here comes the rookie quarterback, Julian Enriquez. 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. It's not a great touchdown to interception ratio, but you know what? It's good for me because I usually throw 1 billion interceptions. So throwing under 10 so far, pretty good. But we don't care about the quarterback. We care about that man right there. That's a real man. That's a man's man. Only a real man punches his girlfriend. So we care about Quinshon Judkins. That's what we care about. First down and 10 after a big-time run. If we can get the type of blocking that we got against the Texans, Quinshon's going to continue his lead over Saquon for the rushing title. And if we could win the rushing title with Quinshon in his second year in the league, he would probably pop Superstar Dev, I would assume. Maybe he would even go up to X Factor because maybe he would just naturally get Superstar just based on the season performance. And then the additional achievement of winning the rushing title or winning Offensive Player of the Year, whatever it is, could get him X Factor. That's the dream scenario right there. If we could skip 2 steps and go straight to X Factor, that's the dream. That's the dream scenario. It's possible. It's not. It's actually more possible than you'd think, because he could just naturally get Superstar Dev based on this crazy good season he's had, where he's got over 10 touchdowns, he's got over 1,500 yards on the ground. He's going to get even more than that from these final 3 games. So there's a world where he just naturally develops to a Superstar Dev. And then when the seasons are, or the awards are given out at the end of the season, and he gets hopefully Offensive Player of the Year, that could give him an immediate Superstar X Factor. And then having an X Factor running back as talented as Quinshon Judkins would completely change the game. It would be amazing. We'd have 2 X Factors on the offense with Devontae Smith. I'd love our quarterback to be an X Factor, but that's going to take a little bit of work. That is going to take a little bit of work to get him up to X Factor. Although getting him up to Superstar was pretty nice with that training that we got, because that was pretty lucky, actually, getting him up to Superstar. But it did solidify him as the #1 quarterback, as Miguel Perez will catch that football, go down, avoiding the Patrick Queen hit. And I'm going to call the same play. I'm going to go for it, man. We got to stay aggressive. We cannot be kicking field goals in big games and hope that we're going to win. So, got to stay aggressive. Miguel Perez is going to get not only the first down, he's going to get himself a touchdown. The rookie from Penn State scores a big touchdown here on the road in Pittsburgh, the Steel City. Which, by the way, I know this isn't a baseball video or an MLB video, but we're in Pittsburgh. I thought I should talk about it because I like it. PNC Park in Pittsburgh is one of my favorite looking ballparks in Major League Baseball. It's just beautiful. It's one of the best ballparks in the game. It's a beautiful ballpark. That Comerica, I love. I love Comerica Park, the Tigers ballpark. That's a beautiful looking ballpark. I love the Giants. What do they call that? They call it Oracle Park or something like that. I forget what they call it. I don't think they call it Oracle Park, but whatever they call it, I can't think of the name right now. But wherever the Giants play, that's a beautiful, especially with the river in the background, and then you got the big wall in right field. Oh, it's a beautiful looking place. I also, well, a little bit of bias. I like Great American Ball, but I know it's not the most beautiful looking stadium in baseball, but I do like Great American. I've been there plenty of times. It's a great ballpark. It's pretty small for a ballpark. It's a hitter friendly park, but it is a nice looking stadium. Nice looking ballpark. I should keep calling it because that's what it's called. So is this a QB sneak? Are they gonna sneak me here? No, there's no way. I was gonna say there's no way you got motion on a QB sneak. What are we doing here? Denzel Ritter. Who the heck is Denzel Ritter? Desmond Ritter scrambles for the first down. That was a weird way to get that first down. What other ballparks are beautiful? And now I'm on this tangent about Major League Baseball stadiums. What other places are... Oh, overthrown. I mean, Kansas City's got a nice looking ballpark with the waterfall in the background. That's a nice looking place. Toronto, what do they call that place? The Rogers Center? That place is nice. Nice looking, at least. I liked Minute Maid. I don't think it's called Minute Maid anymore, but I liked Minute Maid in Houston. And then they got rid of the hill out in center field. that was what I liked about it, because it was so quirky. Like, yeah, who has a hill in center field that the center field has to run up? I like that, but they got rid of it, so I don't like it as much anymore. Although they have a little train that goes off when they hit a home run. That's kind of fun. But I like the hill. Underrated one, American Family Field or whatever, the Brewers ballpark. That's underrated. That doesn't get talked about very much. That's a nice looking ballpark, especially with the slide that the mascot takes down every time they hit a home run or whatever. That's a nice looking place, but it doesn't really get talked about much. I like the windows in the background too. What else? What other ballparks are nice? I mean, Cleveland's park is okay. Nothing special. It's about the same as Great American, really. I did like the Coliseum in Oakland, but that doesn't exist anymore. Well, it exists, but they don't play there anymore. Caleb Johnson is am I playing prime Marshawn Lynch, by the way? What is going on here? Every single time he gets the ball, he's breaking 19 million tackles. I don't know what's happening. Jeez, I didn't know I was playing prime beast mode Marshawn Lynch. Oh, Mason Graham did step over the line. Thankfully, they didn't call encroachment. Oh, that's caught. Touchdown, Steelers. That was just an annoying drive. Caleb Johnson, we couldn't bring down for the life of us. And then Desmond Ritter is going to play like Jesus against me. Of course he is. And yes, Jesus did play football, if you didn't know. That's in the Bible. Jesus was an all-pro quarterback. 7-7. We're going to need some better offense. Well, we're going to need some better defense. Our offense is fine. Miguel Perez, though. Who needs offense? Miguel Perez to the 44. He is a little firecracker. We knew that when he was coming out of Penn State. He had like 3 kick return touchdowns at Penn State. So he's a dynamic athlete. That is for sure. And sometimes that's what you draft. Sometimes you just draft based on how talented they are physically, how athletic they are, and then you just kind of fit them in. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you get a Anthony Richardson. But other times, you get good athletes. You get good players. Oh, Quinshawn has enough speed to outrun the guys from behind, but can't really get the first down. And DeJuan Jones, I don't know if you got a big head, dog. I mean, I know you have a massive head. You're Thanos. But I don't know if you should be John with anybody on the Steelers sideline after you just got a new contract. Doesn't really seem like the best course of action. But hey, if you want to spend that money on fines, that's your money. I paid you. Although it seems like the Steelers are starting to figure out the run game. They're starting to figure out that we are exclusively running the football. Let's try to shake it up with a halfback screen. They'll never see that coming. Although maybe they will because they were ready for it. All right, 3rd and 10. That didn't give me any yards. Maybe I shouldn't have called that. 30 seconds to go in the half. We will get the ball to start the second half. Let me go underneath. That's going to be Jerry Jeudy. 1st down, Browns. I'm going to use one of my many timeouts I have. And this is not the play that I wanted, but I pressed the button too quickly. Let's go inside zone. Handoff, Judkins. Great run, great block. He bounces it. Quinshawn, touchdown! How did that turn into a touchdown? I don't know. I bounced off of my guy that was blocking, the receiver that came and blocked. I didn't do it on purpose, but it ended up working out in my benefit. And Quinshawn pops it for a touchdown. Oh, yeah, he's definitely winning Offensive Player of the Year this year. He's definitely winning Offensive Player. I just saw, by the way, the Raiders beat the Chargers by a single point. Remember, we have the Chargers' 1st-round pick, so anytime they lose is good for us. Anytime they lose is a win for us because it helps us get a little bit of a better draft pick. It's not going to be anything crazy because they do already have 8 wins. But, I mean, a top 15 pick would be nice. A top 20 pick is starting to get a little bit into the whatever territory, but we'll see where it plays out. Maybe they go on a big losing streak. Who knows? And that is the end of the half. We will go into the half up 14-7. I'm feeling good about this team because we're going to get the football again. A possible 21-7 lead in the 3rd quarter seems nice to me. We'll figure it out, though. Show me some halftime stuff. Okay, we already know the Raiders won by a point, but how did we get here? It was a handoff. Who's that white boy running the football? That's not Ashton Genty. I don't know who it is, but he just stiff-armed a couple of guys. Tui Peloto into the end zone. Raiders win 31-30. All right. Maybe it is Ashton Genty. Maybe he took a bath and bleach. Who knows? 2-12 Titans. Good Lord, the Titans are having a bad year, and it's going to be another loss probably. Jaden Daniels highlight here. Scrambling. Walk in. Easy touchdown. 21-12 at halftime. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, Jaden, I see you out here. Hips don't lie, baby. And the horrible Detroit... Wow, the Detroit Lions, 4-10, and it's only getting worse. That's a dart from Jordan Love. Broken tackle, Josh Jacobs. Cartwheel, backflip. I mean, there's a reason the Lions sold this year. Although Dylan Gabriel having a good game. 148 yards, 2 touchdowns, not too shabby. God, the fact that we are 10-4 and not a division winner is annoying me. Really, really bad. But there's a reason the Lions sold, man. They weren't having a good year. Dylan Gabriel's doing fine for them, but he's obviously not the fix. And it continues to just get worse and worse for them. But maybe they can find their franchise quarterback in this year's draft. Who knows? Who really knows? Caleb Johnson, 7 for 45, and he's probably got a million broken tackles. He's having an insane game breaking tackles. The kickoff here to start the second half. Miguel Perez back to return, and he's going to bounce it and then immediately get stopped. It looked like I had something there. It looked like I had something. But all we got to do is do the same thing we've been doing, and it'll hopefully work. Although, they stopped me on that one. Steelers are doing a lot better at stopping the run than the Texans were, that's for sure. But the Steelers have a better... Do the Steelers have a better linebacker / defensive line than the Texans? I don't know at this point. I mean, you got Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., who developed pretty well, so... Texans have a good argument for having a better defensive line / linebacker core than the Steelers do at this point. I mean, all the Steelers have is what? TJ Watt and Highsmith? You got Patrick Queen, but he's not really that much of anything. Although a flag finally called on us, and it is an illegal block in the back. Do I have to call this? I thought I turned this down. It seems like a legal block in the back is the only thing that's being called right now. I know we haven't got any holds. I'm happy for that. But holds still do get called in the game, so maybe I have to raise that up a little bit. It was just so... Maybe I went a little too crazy in my rage. It was just so insane. It was holds... It felt like every single play. I know it wasn't. That's what it felt like when I was only seeing red. Can Quinshon please bounce that out? Oh my god. He bounced it out, but it was too late. I should have thrown that to Devontae. I gotta learn how to progress my reads. I stare one guy down, and then when it doesn't work, I don't know where to go with the football. That time, why? I don't understand why that was needed to be jumped for. Oh my god. Corey Bahor. Kez absolutely smoked that football. I didn't realize I kicked it that hard. I don't know why that ball needed to be jumped for Harold Fannin. I felt like that could have been just caught, but for some reason he did a jump animation and it completely made him not catch the football. So I don't know what that was all about. But now, unfortunately, we can't go up 21-7. We give the Steelers back the football. They're probably going to score. It's going to be 14-14. I'm going to be super angry. Finally, we tackle Caleb Johnson the first contact. I feel like we need to build a statue for JOK for doing that. 2nd and 9. Desmond Ridder, the quarterback. At the end of the day, they've got Desmond Ridder at quarterback. Sometimes you can't win simply because you have a bad quarterback. So when you've got Desmond Ridder at quarterback, this is a QB sneak, by the way. 4th and inches. Huge. And they're going to go for it. Okay. Is it going to be another QB sneak? I think it is. I'm going to cover this side. I think it is another QB sneak. Get there. It's not a QB sneak. They faked me. Oh, my God. They went fullback. They got me. I didn't think the CPU was that creative. I thought they were just going to go back-to-back QB sneaks. They went fullback handoff. I don't even think that is a fullback. I think it's a tight end that's playing fullback, but they got me. That's crazy. Oh, it's Johnny Smith. That's who it is. It's Johnny Smith still playing. I can't believe they got me with a fullback dive on 4th and inches. I thought it was guaranteed QB sneak. Now, I don't know if I would have stopped the QB sneak. I didn't really have the lineup fit for it, but they got me. I hate when the CPU gets me because it's just so embarrassing. Caleb, where are you going? Okay, big hit, but he doesn't fumble it. We are about to end the third quarter. I didn't realize the quarter was over so quickly. The quarter is wrapping up very soon. Probably after a couple more plays here. I'd love if Myles Garrett wanted to sack the quarterback every once in a while. That'd be really nice. And it feels like the Steelers are going to punch this one in 4-7. That's just kind of the vibe I'm getting. Final play? No, they let it go to the fourth quarter. Okay. Interesting decision. Very interesting decision, but if it ends with us getting the final drive, because that's what I'm planning on doing. If the Steelers score here, I'm planning on taking the whole quarter. Chase Young, come on, man. You gotta win those. Knocked incomplete. Good job, Schlesinger. Johnny Smith couldn't bring it to the ground. He couldn't survive the ground. Schlesinger does a good job, and we will move to 2nd and 10. I really wish that Chase Young would win more pass rush moves, but he just doesn't for some reason. And Myles Garrett struggling with the rookie left tackle. Although he didn't struggle on that one, but he can't sack Desmond Ridder. What is this thing with Desmond Ridder breaking off of Myles Garrett's sack? That's twice now. He's broken off of a Myles Garrett sack. Remind me again who Desmond Ridder is, because apparently he's Cam Newton. At least Cam Newton's lower body. That's out of bounds. That's 4th and 7. Are they going to take the points here? No, they're going to go for it. Okay. I wasn't sure if they'd take the points or if they would go for it. Ridder fires. It's caught. First down, Caleb Johnson. I'm going to stab myself with a spoon. 4th and 7, we let him get it. 4th and 7, we let him convert. You just can't do that. You can't let teams convert on 4th and 7. That's just not something you can let happen. And we clearly let that happen. All right, let's bring a 2nd down blitz. I'm getting a little antsy here. Cole Bishop, unfortunately, is not going to get his interception that he was looking for. But you know what, dog? Desmond Ridder just didn't throw your way. What can I say? That's a good tackle. The ball's out. Recover it, please. Somebody. It's going to be Grant Delpit. He's going to take it back. Nobody around him. It's going to be a fumble recovery for a touchdown. The Browns will have their 21-7 lead. Oh, we've been bailed. Oh, the bail truck is out. We just got bailed. Bailed. Grant Delpit returns the fumble. Who popped it? Is it Greg Newsome? Greg Newsome again. He had the big hit earlier in the drive where he hit, was it Caleb Johnson he hit, or was it might have been Fryermuth, actually. Maybe Johnny Smith. I can't remember. Somebody that he had a big hit stick. Maybe it was Caleb Johnson. Oh, no, but it's going to be a booth review. I was hoping we wouldn't get one of these because usually the CP doesn't challenge, so it just ends up being a fumble. But if the booth reviews it, it might be coming back. Was he down? I didn't even notice. It was all kinds of crazy. Oh, he was clearly down. Oh. We're not down or not up 21-7. Man. He was down. Why'd the booth review that? Usually they don't review it, and then I just get safe, even though it is a clear not fumble. I just get a clear fumble because they don't challenge anything. But that, the booth reviewed it. Unlucky. Very unlucky. And now 4th and 6. We allowed them to convert a 4th and 7. 4th and 6 we cannot allow. Myles Garrett, finally, Myles Garrett does what he does. He ends this game. A Myles Garrett sack to give us the football. It's about time, Myles. He was hunting. He was hunting all day for that sack. He had gotten close twice, but Ritter somehow, I don't even know, was able to break it off and avoid it, but not that time. And here is our chance to win this football game, while also continuing Judkins' lead over Saquon for the rushing title. Handoff, Judkins, great blocks. Quinshawn up the middle. He's down to the 37. He's got 13 for 81. And also, we got to continue his 100-yard game streak. I don't know how many he's at, but we got to try. And Judkins, they were ready for that one, and now the timeouts start coming in from Tomlin and the Steelers. They're starting to get a little bit worried. Do we feel Miguel Perez dominates a post route here? I'm kind of thinking he does. Never mind. Oh, he kind of did at the end there. But I'll just take the yards with Enriquez. He kind of did. I wasn't sure what the safety was going to do. I think I might have been able to have that if I would have let it play out a little bit more. 56 yards rushing for Enriquez this season. That's kind of hilarious. Another timeout as we get our first down. That's kind of big. Steelers can only stop the clock their own time one more time with the final timeout. Judkins, final timeout called. Tomlin's starting to get a little bit worried here. He might be thinking they don't have a chance. Although I'm starting to think we don't have a chance to end this game right here. Handoff, Judkins, never mind. First down, Quinshawn. Why would I ever doubt him? Why would I ever? He has never given me, not this season at least, he has never given me a reason to doubt him. Last year, kind of up in the air. He was kind of wishy-washy last year as a rookie, but this year, he has not given me any reason to put any doubt on his name. And he comes up with a big first down there, which will get us to the 2-minute warning, which will end this game. Although I would like to put up another touchdown just to make it 21-7, make it look like we dominated them, even though we kind of did, but not really. It was kind of a dominant game, but it wasn't, if you know what I mean. Handoff, Judkins. Again, he's going to get a good yard, but Patrick Queen lays a big hit on him. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't fumble. That'd be kind of awkward. That'd be kind of awkward if he fumbled the football. Oh, he's able to bounce it out. Good vision from Quinshawn. He gets the first down again. At least Enriquez was able to score a passing touchdown. That was pretty nice. So he gets to 15. Handoff, Judkins. Ooh, okay, we might have to stop running with him because I'm really scared he's going to put the ball on the ground here. But I do kind of want to put another touchdown on the board. I think I might have it with Jerry Jeudy. Never mind, Enriquez overthrows. I don't think I would have had it either You know what? I'm getting too crazy. I'm getting too crazy. Just win 14-7. It doesn't matter. I don't want to end up throwing a pick that ends up getting pick sixed and we tie with the Steelers, go to overtime. I don't want that to happen. So just win the football game. We have 11 wins on the year. The fact that we're having, God, I'm so upset. The fact that we're having this good of a year and it means literally nothing because the Ravens are having an even better year is so annoying, man. Oh my God. The 1 year that we have this amazing run where we're a really, really good football team, we have double-digit wins, is the same year the Ravens are on God mode right now. They're undefeated. I really hope they lose. Not just that we can maybe sneak in for the division. We really can't because they have the 2-game lead over us, but I just hope that they don't get the undefeated season. If anybody's going to get the undefeated season, I hope it's us. It's a solid win, but obviously Cole Bishop didn't get what he needed to get. Thankfully, it doesn't negatively affect us or anything. And the Steelers are 1 loss closer to being 9-7. That'd be good for them. Or I guess 9-8 now at the 17-game season. Did the Ravens win? They lost. The Ravens lost. There will not be a undefeated team in 2026. The 72 Dolphins can pop their champagne. This one got a little bit closer than they're probably comfortable with, but a couple injuries for the Carolina Panthers next episode. But there will not be an undefeated team. Thank God. I really did not want a CPU team to be the one team that goes undefeated, the first team that goes undefeated 17-0. Next episode, we will close out year number 2 here in Browns franchise. We will play the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins, both teams having good years. The Panthers 9-6, Dolphins also 9-6. This AFC South division is actually physically making me upset because you're going to have a sub 500 division winner who's going to host the playoff game, most likely against us because we're going to be the 5 seed, 4 and 5 seed plays. It's making me upset. Now, I shouldn't be upset. I should be praising the Lord, thanking God that it's such a bad team because it gives us almost a guaranteed win. But it's just so annoying that we have to go on the road with our possible 13-win team. We have to go on the road in the playoffs to play a wild card game against a bad under 500 division winner? That doesn't seem right. But that's the way that it is. It's kind of a double-edged sword. So yeah, I'm happy that we possibly get a quote-unquote bye because we have to play a bad either Jaguars or Texans team, but it's annoying is what it is, really. The Chiefs are also 14-1. They have a chance to win the number 1 seed. This is getting a little sketchy for the Ravens with that 1 loss because the Chiefs are right on their tail now, tied with them. But that's going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. Like I said, next episode, we will close out year number 2's regular season with the Panthers and Dolphins in Week 17 and Week 18. And we'll figure out where this team stands headed into the postseason. Because are we clinched? No, yeah, we are. We will play the playoffs. We have 11 wins. We will be a playoff team, no matter what. It's just a matter of 5, 6, or 7, whatever we're going to be. So if you enjoyed, leave it a like, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.